Week 10 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Derek Carr. There were no problems for him last week, going over 350 passing yards. It's the Bills and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No 2 games ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And bringing them out in his 8th year out of Florida State, the former Heisman Trophy winner, Jameis Winston.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Got an open man. It's Pringle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now Winston. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Jameis again. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On 3rd down, Winston. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their 1st drive of the game.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They're led out by the 9th-year starter out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Here's Madison running on 1st down, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he's met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Going to run with Madison again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he'll find Galladay, that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll go Madison up the middle. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. To throw his car. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Bullock's kick is good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he returns this to the 22. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, and that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. To throw again on second down. Carr. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down. Here's Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The numbers for Williams a week ago, 18 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. From the gun, Winston. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 39. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Winston. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley-Cox, his tight end, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They begin the drive with Johnson, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. On the toss, Madison. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Carr now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Winston. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. Taken down at the 47-yard line. On 2nd and 7, Winston. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Winston on 3rd and 2. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Holding, offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now Winston. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's got it down to the 28. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. Jones has it. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
For false start, backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Jameis to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Carr. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Carr going to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Winston. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. Carr going to try and throw on third down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out comes Minnesota. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
To throw again on second down. Winston. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
On 1st and 10, Winston. This complete to Jones. He's got room at the 30. And some room to roam now. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Vikings. Zay Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 10-3. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. From the 6. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Carr. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Carr. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Carr. Being chased out left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half here, Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the 2nd half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now Carr. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Madison. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. Johnson's got it complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Carr now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a give to Madison. It's Cameron Dantzler who got him down. On play action. Now Carr. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation, very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun now for Carr. And yet again, it's McLaurin. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Now Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Noah Fant from 4 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
here is Randy Bullock. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. On third down, Winston.
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Here's Winston.
He'll get this one to Patrick.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
On second down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They run behind center with Gainwell.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Winston now.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
To throw, Winston. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Winston from the gun on third down.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You want to put together a long drive? You've got to be able to convert on third down, and they've done exactly that on this one. Sure enough, came up with another conversion right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Winston.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Winston. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he missed it. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Bills getting set to go.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Carr now on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now a play fake. Carr.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Going right back to Fant.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I don't care what sport you're playing, everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
On 2nd down, this is Madison.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Carr to throw.
And he finds McLaurin.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Madison. He will push his way down to about the 14. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Bullock's kick is good, and the Bills have taken the lead here in the fourth. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jameis to throw it. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Winston. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. And that flag accepted. A false start backs him up 5. First and 15. Here's Carr. He'll get this one to Galladay. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. On play action, now Carr. Hawkinson crossing the middle and bringing it in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. This to swell the lead to 6. Bullock's kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Jameis now on 1st down.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Play fake. Winston. Out to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On play action, Winston.
This one swung out to Williams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. It's complete to Hopkins.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
1st down, Winston. He'll get this one to Patrick.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
To the air again with Winston.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Ben Mason.
His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bills offense back out onto the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Carr. That's caught over the middle by Fant.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From the 29, Carr. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now Carr. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Connecting with Johnson, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Carr's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carr. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. Bullock's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Winston readies the offense. Down by 2, a little under a minute to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Now Winston. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Buffalo, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.